All right, everybody, welcome back to Balin Wire's Old Iron. So here I am with our old pal Jimmy Hoffa and my youngest son, Copper Wire. So we're sitting here kind of getting a game plan of what we're going to do here. We've got some work we want to get done to old Jimmy Hoffa here. I've got a set of gauges I want to get put in it. I'm wanting to get my MV 4500 5-speed put in it, but I don't think I'm going to get it done in a time frame I have to get it done in. I want to put new window regulators in it, new door felt in for the doors, and I want to get some work done to the bed. And I've got some special stuff in the back of this bed for you guys coming up that I definitely want to get done before we leave for our next trip. So with that being said, our next trip is, I thought getting ready for the C10 Nationals was going to be a problem. This is going to be something else. We got 5 rigs to get ready to go for this. So we've got Copper's truck. We've got Jimmy Hoffa. We've got some work to do to James Elmo. We've got my fire truck, Smokey the Bear, that you guys have met, but we're actually going to be taking it to Des Moines too, so we've got some work to do to it. And then we've got Rusty Wire's 64 Impala that we're wanting to do a engine swap in, and I don't know if we're going to get that. So the 64 Impala is a car that you guys are going to meet. We call the car Grandma, and we'll share some of that once we get that far. But I'm going to let Copper talk a little bit about his truck and what he's got going on with it. Right now, he's taking up a major part of the shop back there in the back. If you can, span back there in the back, and if you can see it. See it back there in the back? Yep, it's on the lift right now. His, if you've seen the short, the cheapest OBS in the country, well, he's going to show you why. So let's talk a little bit about your OBS.
Yeah, so as you know, if you've seen the short, I acquired the cheapest OBS in the country. I'll definitely be able to show you why here in a minute. I'm probably going to end up with about 3 times the money in it that I paid for it.
So wait a minute here. Let's talk about this. OBS. So what does that mean?
Well, Dad, that's old body style.
Old body style? Jimmy Hoffa here is old body style. Those trucks on the lift, when I was buying those trucks, they were brand new. Old body style. Who came up with that? I just do not care for that. Jimmy Hoffa here. Now, Jimmy Hoffa's old. Jimmy Hoffa is an old body style. Now, they can call it what they want, but that's just a little rough for me to handle. But I'm going to let Copper take you back there, and he's going to do a walk around of his old body style truck and kind of show you what's up with it. He's getting it ready to go to Des Moines too. So like I said, we're going to have his OBS truck. We're going to have Jimmy Hoffa. We're going to have James Elmo. We're going to have Smokey the Bear, the fire truck. And then we're going to have the 64 Impala that we call Grandma. So everybody stay tuned. I think what we're going to do now is, like I said, we're going to do a walk around with his OBS, and then we're going to do some work on Jimmy Hoffa.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's Copper here, and I want to show you a little closer look at the cheapest OBS Chevy in the country. I did used to own this truck about 10 years ago, back when I was in high school, but you know, it's kind of like when you see your ex-girlfriend at Walmart. She's got 3 kids, a beer gut, smoking a cigarette. You know, just time's a little rough. You know, things just aren't the same as what they used to be. Let's come in and take a little bit of a look at what we got going on here. So, as you can see, I've got the entire front suspension torn apart. She is getting everything brand new. It's you know, really didn't have any brakes either, so we're taking care of that. You know, good news is I really don't have to mess with anything in the back half of the truck. And then let's just take a bit of a look here, real quick, at the lack of cab corner and rocker panel. It's you know, they were there once. And I'm not even going to talk about what's going on with these cab mounts back here. There really is nothing left of them. And this exhaust used to be real nice. And now it's rattling around in there. Yeah, the one good part of this whole truck is, it's got the small ring gear 14 bolt in it. So, at least that's kind of nice. And then more of the same, only I believe this rust is worse. I really don't have a cab corner. Really, absolutely no rocker panel. And yet again, that cab mount is, completely and totally gone. But, what can you expect when you pay pocket change for a truck?
All right, well, now that I've given you a quick preview of the cheapest OBS Chevy in the country, let's just come around here around Jimmy and see what old Balin's working on up here. Well, what you doing there, Dad?
Well, I'm heating up this brake line that goes to this master cylinder here so I can get this. I'm going to take this master cylinder off. On our trip to Dallas with Jimmy Hoffa, once I got this rig ready to go, it was pretty much ready to go and then loaded on the trailer and off to Dallas. And it had good brakes. Well, the longer we were down there, it didn't have such good brakes. And so I've got a new master cylinder. I'm going to go ahead and put it in, and I'm going to see what else we need to do with the brakes here. I haven't even had the drums off of this axle I put in here. So I'm going to take the drums off and look and see what it's like. I'm pretty much going to rebuild the whole brake system on this thing right now. I've got future plans for Jimmy Hoffa this fall that entails a lot different braking system. But for right now, I'm just going to do the best I can to make this brake system work. And I was heating up this line right here to try to give me the best chance I can to be able to get that loose without having to make a new line. But that's what we're doing right now. Copper's going to help me here, and we're going to get this master cylinder changed out. But as you could hear earlier, my phone was ringing, and that's probably because it's time to go in the house and have some supper. So I think that's probably what we're going to do right now. We'll catch you guys back in a little bit. Keep going. We're rolling. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, hold it. Let me add some fluid. Yes. All right, go. Hit it again. One more time. Hit it again. Okay, stop. Now do your clutch.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead. Hit it again. Hit it again. Hit it again. All the way out. It's not hard.
Okay.
Hit it again. Not fast because you splashed it out. Go. What does it matter? Aaron, too fast. Hold on, stop. Now go slow with the clutch because it's plumb full. Hit it again. Hit it again. Is it all the way to the floor?
Now it is.
Hit it again. Slow.
Dad, the faster you do this, the more air you're going to get out.
Well, I know, but you're splashing it out. Go slow.
It shouldn't be that full.
Hit it again. Are you letting it out? Okay, go in one more time. We're not getting the air. Let it out.
No bubbles?
Let it out. No bubbles. Okay, do the brakes again.
Okay, if I hit them both at once, just one time. See what that does?
Go ahead. Out. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Good.
Yes, it's good. All right. So we somewhat on the firewall Blench bred the master cylinder with the clutch and the brakes both. So let's go ahead and put the lines back on. All right, you can get down.
Hey, Dad. That bearing should also just come right out, right? Okay, so now I just start pulling. No, I've been trying.
Push it back in, pull it right in there. That's as far enough. Because you're on the bearing, you're against the bearing. Let me see that. Where's the screwdriver? Maybe that'll get the bearing started. That drum looks smaller. We're gonna need you a ratchet.
Yeah. Look at half inch. Finally found the right size nut. Yeah.
You gotta hold that on there. Make sure you get on the right one.
I kind of got it on there, but I don't really like it. Like, good it's going to do, but it's on there. I couldn't use the bottom bolt hole, but the 2 side ones lined up. And I was using this weird coolant with like blood, so it was real nasty because my coolant was red. Get those pretty. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, whoa, that's not how you do that.
I know.
Pull back on it.
Yeah, like that. I know what I'm doing.
There, go ahead. I don't know. Okay, you're not doing it right. I'm trying to be like, you know. Did you try to see if that would thread on there?
Oh. Feels like it's coming. Feel like it's coming. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'd say 50%. And there's a look. Got some treasures in there.
You see what's in there?
Mud covers. Ain't that sweet? Drum don't look horrible. I mean,
No, I don't.
it's not the worst brakes I've seen. I mean, I really don't think that's that bad.
No, it actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say that's decent. Like, I mean, I wouldn't personally mess with it. As long as the wheel cylinders ain't leaking.
Well, it hasn't been leaking.
So then we're probably fine.
All right, we'll go ahead and take the front tire off, and then we'll look at it and we'll quit.
All right, let me get this jack out of here. I got it on.
What'd you say again?
Tire barely fits in there.
Oh, it'll be all right. Sometime before this fall, before we go out and harvest with this thing, I want to put new springs under it. Give it a little bit of lift in the butt. Jimmy Hoffa needs a lift job in the butt.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to work on getting the axle out and getting the drum off. Alright, it's a little noisy in here. We got the fans going. But we started to take this side apart. And as you see, there's the wheel nuts right there. We're going to get them off and try to pull this drum. This takes a special wheel nut socket to get them off. And I'm wondering how tight it was. If you look, you see them tabs. A couple of them tabs, at least 2 of them should be bent over, kind of holding that nut in there. But we'll make sure it's that way when we put it together. Alright folks, so we're working on these rigs around here, trying to get ready to go for our trip to Des Moines coming up. I got a couple more rigs up here I got sitting outside. I'll show you that we're going to be working on here in just a little bit, and then I'll take you inside the shop. Okay, There it is, Smokey the Bear. We got Smokey out of storage today. Got it up here to the shop, getting it ready to go. The plan is to take that to Des Moines to the Good Guys Car Show. So we've got it up here and got some work that we're going to do to it. I got a surprise that I'm going to put on the doors for this thing. But we have got it up here and getting it ready to go. We got lots of projects to get going. And we brought Grandma. So this is Rusty Wire's 64 Impala that we call Grandma. This is probably the cleanest and nicest car in our fleet. It runs decent, but man, it smokes bad right now. We're going to try to go ahead and get the engine out of it, I think, tomorrow. And the 307 that was in James over there, we're going to put in it. It ran fine. It was just the cam was going flat, but I got a new cam to put in it. So that's the plan. I think we're going to put the 307 in there. I think the valve seals in this thing are just totally shot. It's got a 283 in it. I think we found out it wasn't exactly factory, but I think the block was made in 1959. But that's what we've got going on here, and then I'm going to take you in the shop and show you what's going on there. Last we seen you all, we were working on the brakes on Jimmy, and that's kind of where we're at still. All right, well, there it is, one Jimmy Hoffa. So like I said, we're working on the brakes. We did not have any back brakes on this thing at all. I just got done replacing the rubber line on the front brakes, repacked the bearings in it. This wheel position is ready to go. Over here, when we looked all this over, the brakes look pretty good, but the wheel cylinders, I believe, are froze. This 14 bolt I put in Jimmy sat out there in my parts yard for quite a while, and so I'm pretty sure it's froze. We had good fluid all the way right to that wheel cylinder, and then we had no movement out of the wheel cylinder. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, so over here, we've got copper wire. He's working on rebuilding the front end on this OBS truck. What do you guys think about that wheel and tire combo on that rig? That was on my 67. We put them on here. I think it looks pretty good on here. It looks better on here than it did on my 67. On my 67, I want to get more of a different wheel, more of a nostalgic wheel. And it looks like he's got the new ball joints over here on this side. He's getting this ready to go. All right, let's go over and see what he's up to. It looks like he's adjusting his tie rods. Getting ready to put the tie rods in this thing. All right, I'm going to put you guys on a tripod, and I'm going to work on the brakes on Jimmy. Hopefully we'll get that done here shortly. All right, if you guys come in here and look right here, I've got the front drum off now, and it looks basically like the back. I mean, the brakes aren't bad. Wheel cylinder doesn't look like it's leaking. I think that I'm going to go with this master cylinder, bleed it, try to go with it. We'll go ahead and probably take the other side apart and see what we get. I think I'll clean this up real good. I think I am going to get a new hose here. This hose is not in very good shape. Let me see if I can get you a blade here.
I have a light in here.
See this hose right here? It's not in real good shape right there. That's getting ready to come apart right there. And I'm about half wondering if this one ain't collapsing here. Oh, this one's been leaking a little bit there. It's a little wet right there. Me moving around is not helping, but I think I'm going to get new brake hoses for it. But I don't think we're going to change these brakes because they don't look bad. They don't look too bad. Wheel cylinders don't like leaking. I think that we'll get all this back together, put the hoses on it. Get the master cylinder bled. Yeah, I think we're going to go with it. Alright, so this one here, Let me see that side. Yeah, just see this side was leaking. And I think this other side. Oh, look at it. Yeah. Look at it. No more. Yeah. That one's leaking. Terrible. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, that one's leaking awful. Yep, we know what was wrong with that one. Alright, he's cleaning the pins up, and we're going to put the new one on. Alright, so there's the wheel cylinder. The brakes are still in pretty good shape on this. I got the new wheel cylinder on there, but before I put this all back together, I think I'm going to go ahead and replace the wheel cylinder and the line on the other side. We should have brakes now. The old wheel cylinder, which let me get it. Right here, I tried pushing them in and it's pretty stiff. I think it could probably be rebuilt. I might save it. But this 14 bolt, I don't know much about it. I've had it for a long time and it's been sitting out there in my boneyard. But we should have good brakes now once we get done with this, because everything's new other than shoes and so on. But the shoes are still in pretty good shape. But that's where we're at. I got Copper here. He's helping me now. We're going to work on the other side now. All right. There's the other wheel cylinder. That one went on really easy. Took me a little bit to get the line on there, but once I got the line started, everything went on there just fine. So all I got left now is put the new brake hose in the front, and then me and Copper's going to bleed this thing, and hopefully we got brakes. So this brake line here, I'm using this little butane torch, putting some heat on it, because I do not want to have to break that line and replace it. All I want to do is replace the hose. But putting some heat on there and then spraying it, putting some heat on it and spraying it, hopefully it'll loosen up. I tried it a second ago. I've already heated it some, and it's awfully tight. But I'm going to try to get it here.
All right, so my editor says I need to show you underneath the Jimmy here So he's going to give me the camera. Okay, I'm going to show you underneath here some of what we've been doing. Okay, so here we are underneath Jimmy. And there's the drive line. And there's a dust cover right here. It was flopping around, tinging, making noise. Hear that? It was making that kind of noise. So it was flopping around. I got it tacked on there now. That should help that. And if you look back there, we got the wheel cylinders in. We've got it bled. We've got the tires on. We're ready to go. And then up here in the front, we've got the cable back on. We've got the bolts through for the gas pedal. We've bled both front brakes. New hoses, both sides. Got the tires on here. I think Rusty and I are going to take this thing for a drive. We're going to go out and drive it for a minute. We're going to take you guys along. Yeah, and I know there's the other part of the drive line right there I haven't got to yet. But I'll get that fixed because I think I'm just going to fix that with a different transmission. I wanted to have the new transmission in it to go to Des Moines, but it ain't going to happen. But I've got an MV 4500 5-speed that I'm going to put in here. I'm going to pull this one out and put the MV 4500 in next. But I think that we're going to go ahead and take Jimmy for a drive.
Okay, so we got Brother Rusty in there. He's going to go through the gears. All right, put it first. Easy now. All right, there's first. Second. There's third. Oh, there's third. Fourth. Look at Jimmy go. All right, put it in neutral. Hit the brake. Ah, we got brakes. All right, let's go for a drive. Stops. We got brakes. Yeah. That was good brakes. We had to stop here before getting to the house. Look at this door. I looked over here. I think it popped out when we hit some horse boards back there. We're gonna have to turn around and go back because I think we lost a couple of things out of that box. We'll get it back on. There you go. Yep. Clear my way. Sorry, I didn't see that sooner. Well, I don't know how. I know some of it fell out because I had a gasket to the rear end in there, and I didn't see it in there. It was sitting right up on top. You watch, you probably fell out right in front of Donnie's house. I don't know how long that's been down, do you? No. Not either. I haven't really been looking in the mirror. down. No, I'm not getting out yet. Try to get this thing in reverse. Nope. That's somebody else's stuff. It's not ours. I think I'm going to have to, where that body's cracked, where that hinge point is, I think I'm going to have to weld it. That's the reason why it's doing it. I bet if we hit them bumps, it probably spread apart. I'm pretty sure I put that gasket on top of that top shelf, and I didn't see it in there. Oh, here we go. There we are. We found parts. That is emergency brake cable. All right, can you get out?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's part number one. I think we might find some more. Well, that tells me that door's been open a while. All right. Well, here we go. We'll see what else we find. Yep, right there. There's the gasket for the rear end. I'm going to stick to this side. Alright, there's part number two. I think that's it. I have a feeling that one, that's right, look at there. Part number two. The gasket for rear end cover for a 14 bolt. I think that might be it, but we'll see. We'll go the rest of the way home this way. Neighbor Donnie. We spent our morning getting one of Donnie's tractors running. He had a problem with some wiring on it. Well, so far I don't see anything else. Probably right. Probably right there, right around Donnie's house is where they've opened up. You know, Cousin Waylon warned me one time that happened to him. I think I know what exactly the problem is now after looking at it. That body is cracked and kind of deteriorated. I think it's flexing. Right in here, this is horsepower pretty bad. I was telling Brother Rusty earlier that right there's some corn that we'll be harvesting this fall. Right there on the right. that's all of our stuff. I don't think there's any more. I bet it's in war sports. We did war sports, and I think that door blocked open. And then going down the road, that's when that stuff fell out. All right, let's see if we can keep this old boy together and back to the house. Oh yeah, brakes are pretty good. Pretty good and solid.
Good brakes, just gotta fix the doors.
Yes, we gotta fix the doors so we can get in and out of this thing, and the windows so they'll roll up and down like they should. Jimmy's a good old boy. Yeah, let's see if we go this way. Uh-oh. Watching your side?
Yeah, you got about a foot.
Alright, window time. We got brakes. What? We got brakes.
All right, everybody, baling wire here. So, as you can see, we're all gathered around Jimmy Hoffa again. We got the brakes all ready to go, and we've got some other stuff fixed. We got a lot of other stuff to fix. Copper is working on his OBS back there, and then we're going to bring Grandma in here, and Rusty's going to talk a little more about Grandma in our next video. I think that's how we'll do our intro, is we'll do an introduction with Grandma. So Copper, what about your OBS?
Well, she's about ready to hit the road, and I'm pretty excited about it. 'Cause really, I haven't driven that thing in, let's say, 10 years, really. Time to put some miles on it.
All right, well, Cousin Waylon, we're getting Jimmy in shape. So if you all don't know, we will be at the Good Guys Car Show over the 4th of July weekend, and that is in Des Moines, Iowa, at the Iowa State Fairgrounds. It's a really great event. We go to it every year. We've been going there for what, about 10 years now?
10,
Yeah, something like that. And we have a good time. And we hope to see you all there. And in the video coming up, Rusty's going to talk about Grandma.
Yeah. Give you a little insight on Grandma and show you what Grandma is.
All right, everybody. Take care.
Bye, everyone.